Are you ready for part 3 of the Power of Routine series? You may want to take some notes because today I am sharing my top tips and advice on the power of business life routines and how, incorporating one routine at a time, you can begin to rock your work time productivity so you can make room for what matters most, grow a successful and sustainable business you love, and live and give each day more abundantly. But first, I've been loving reading your reviews, and we are so close to reaching 50 5-star written reviews in the US on this podcast. I am so excited to crush this goal by the end of the year that I will be gifting not 1, not 2 or 3, but 4 vacation certificates to the destination of your choice. Why? Because I can, and because I love to spoil my peeps. So if you haven't left a review yet, take a moment to find this show in Apple Podcasts, tap on the pic, then scroll down till you see the reviews and scroll just a bit further and click on the purple text that says write a review. I will read one winning review during each Tuesday episode of the month of January 2022. So be sure to check back in each week to see if it's you. And if you want to know more about how I'm able to gift unlimited vacation certificates to help grow my business without breaking the bank, go to abundantmomlife.com/vacation for more info. Welcome to the Abundant Mom Life for Network Marketers show, where we choose to grow a successful and sustainable business from the crazy caffeine-filled comfort of home using flexible productivity strategies that simplify, optimize, and systemize our business and mom life. Hi, I'm Melody Bishop, a Jesus-loving boy mom, former teacher, turned top 1% network marketer, turned entrepreneur. I believe you can slay your day without being a slave to the hustle. If you're ready to get your time freedom back and design the life you love, you're in the right place. It's time to rise up, know your worth, and live abundantly. Hello there, beautiful mama bosses, and welcome back to part 3 of my 3-part The Power of Routines series. I truly hope you've been enjoying this series and finding value as you begin to consider what home life, mom life, and business life routines you could implement into your day to help you save time, save your sanity, and find more peace and joy in your life. In today's episode, I'll be chatting about the power of business life routines and share my top tips and wisdom on how you can make the most of your business work time at home so you can work more productively and live more abundantly. Now, before I dive in, you might be thinking, whoa, Melody, my head is spinning with all of this info, and while I know how important it is to make daily routines a part of my life, I am so overwhelmed with where to begin. Did I just read your mind? Well, I'm certainly no mind reader, but as a fellow mom boss who also loves to learn like you do, I understand the state of analysis paralysis and how information overload can sometimes leave us feeling lost and confused. So that is why I created the routine planner for you to print out and jot down any routines from each of the 3 series installments that most resonate with you. And then, this part is important, so lean on in, mama. Choose no more than 1 routine from each bucket, and out of those 3 routines, work on making 1 routine a habitual part of your day first. Once you've mastered that routine and no longer have to focus much brain power to completing it each day, then you can safely add on the next routine from your prioritized routine list to begin to master without adding to the overwhelm of your crazy, hectic mom life. And guess what? If you're a type A overachiever like me, you will be tempted to try to accomplish more than you should all at one time, but resist the temptation and keep it simple. Otherwise, other areas of your life and business will suffer while you put all your time and energy eggs into one basket. So choose 1 routine, go all in with that 1 routine, and don't look up to add on another routine until it's become a habit. After all, it's not really an official routine until it has become a habit. That's the beauty of routines. You can grab your Routine Planner Pack printable download at abundantmomlife.com/routine planner. It is free to download as a gift from me to you. With all of that being said, I'm going to walk you through some of my top recommendations for business life routines that I know will transform your work-at-home mom boss day from stressed to blessed and from surviving to thriving, one habitual routine at a time. The first business life routine I recommend you work into your workday is to create a power hour daily schedule. So what does this look like? What you're going to do is you're going to consider what power hour buckets of your create, communicate, and connect are going to go in which parts or which segments of your workday. So for example, my brain doesn't really wake up fully until about 10 a.m. So I'm still going to do some work stuff before 10 a.m., but I'm going to make sure it's things that I already have created a system for or a routine for or things that are already a habit. So perhaps that'll be the time of the day that I schedule out all of my content. Maybe that'll be the time of the day that I work on my engagement. Maybe I'll check my messages and do some follow-up. Things that I can do without too much brain power focus are going to be the things that I fit into my morning work block. So you want to ask yourself, what does my day look like? What is realistic for each part of my day? So which power hour buckets will you work on in the morning? Which power hour buckets will you work on in the afternoon? Which power hour buckets will you work on in the evening? How are you going to break up your work time? And which parts of the day would be most beneficial for you to do those create, communicate, connect buckets so that you have a healthy, thriving, consistent business overall? And then you're going to notice that you're going to adjust and refocus and adapt as you go until you find what works. And then once you find what works, try and create those routines with the tasks that you can do every single day during that part, morning, afternoon, evening of your day. That'll really help you compartmentalize and focus on certain types of tasks during certain parts of your day and take out even more of the guesswork of what am I supposed to do when I sit down to work in the morning, in the afternoon, in the evening, or however you break up your power hours during your workday. You can learn more about how to make the most of your purposeful power hours in episode 18. The next business life routine that is such a huge sanity saver for your workday is to plan your daily business priorities. So you want to plan out your prioritized daily tasks first thing in the morning, well, after your Miracle Mompreneur morning routine. And you can learn more about what a Miracle Mompreneur morning routine is and why it's so important for you and your business growth in episode 27. So after you've done your Triple M routine, then you're going to sit down and you're going to look at your planner for the day. So if you've planned out your week ahead of time, you're going to just take a look at what you have for that day and you're going to ask yourself, is this what I should be doing today? Do I need to move things around? Do I need to have a different focus? You're just going to kind of assess and adjust if needed based on whatever you have written down if you planned your week goals and your daily prioritized goals out ahead of time. Now, if you haven't done that, then you can, of course, align it with your goals and you're going to go ahead and sit down and plan out what you're going to do that day in the morning before you start your work time. You don't want to start your work time until you've planned out your day and you know exactly what you're going to be doing that day so that when you sit down to work, you can work more productively and not be spinning your wheels trying to figure out what you're going to do. This also helps you gauge how long your work time might take that day and if it needs to be adjusted. If it's unrealistic for you to do all of those things that day because it's going to take more time than than what you have available to work your business. Or if you say, maybe I can add on one more thing because these tasks, while they're my prioritized tasks, they're not going to take as long as I thought they would. So I have a little bit more room and I can add on something else. So you're going to estimate how long each task will take to complete, and then you're going to adjust your day as needed. The third business life hack routine I recommend you implement in your work week is to incorporate theme days. There are 3 different ways you can incorporate theme days into your business. The first way is to choose a day that you are going to repeat the same task on that same day every single week. So for example, let's say on Thursday, I am going to plan out my content for the week ahead. And then let's say on Friday, I am going to record that content. If it's a video I need to record, or create the pictures for that content in Canva if I need to create posts. And then let's say on Saturday or Monday, you're going to then schedule that content out to publish for the whole week. So that is an example of using theme days to help you sort of stay in the zone and also help create that consistency in your business work time. Another example of theme days is in publishing that content. You could choose one day every single week where your audience can expect to have new content published. So for example, let's say every Thursday you go live in your group with some sort of a tip. So they know that every Thursday at, let's say, 10:30 a.m., you are going to go live with a tip. So as they get used to you going live every Thursday with a tip, they're going to expect you going live every week, and they're going to show up more because they know that you're showing up on a consistent basis. They know what to expect. They know you go live at this time on this day every single week. That is going to boost engagement, and that is going to help you with your connections as well. Another example is, let's say you use YouTube for your business and you want to publish a new YouTube video every single Tuesday. So when people are subscribing to your channel and they really like your content, they know that every Tuesday you are going to produce a new video. So this really helps them connect with you, just like if they're watching their favorite television show on cable. So let's say, for example, they're really into Grey's Anatomy, and every single Thursday night at 9 p.m., they know that a new Grey's Anatomy episode is going to be released, and they're looking forward to it, and they're expecting to sit down and carve out that time to watch that new episode. Now, I know we're in the days where you can record things and watch things on demand, but I just want to give you that example of how your consistency in your business and in your producing and publishing your content can help really create that bond with your audience and also help boost engagement. So same thing goes with your YouTube show. It's kind of like a TV show, but it's on YouTube. So be consistent with whatever day you use. If you end up having to adjust that, that's fine. Realize there's going to be a little bit of an overlap of people getting used to the new day that you're going to be publishing your content on, and then stay consistent. Be consistent. The third way of utilizing theme days in your business is to maybe have theme days in your group. So maybe every Monday it's going to be Motivation Monday, where you have a motivational or inspirational quote, or maybe you have some sort of a post that's motivational. Maybe Tuesday is going to be your Tuesday tip. Maybe Wednesday you're going to welcome all your new group members, Welcome Wednesday, or Woohoo Wednesday, or Wednesday. Lots of different things that you can do. Maybe Thursday is going to be Thankful Thursday, or Throwback Thursday, maybe a fun engagement post, or Training Thursday. Maybe you'll have some sort of a training in there. Maybe Friday's going to be Fun Friday, or Feature Friday, where you feature something, a guest speaker or a new product. Saturday could be like Self-Care Saturday, Spotlight Saturday. Sunday could be Sunday Fun Day. There's so many different themes that you could run with. And you don't have to have a theme for every single day. But as you sit down and think about how you serve in your business, consider what days could be your theme days in your group where they can look forward to certain content. Because some people are going to be really excited about your tip. Some people are going to be really looking forward to your engagement days. Some people are going to be really looking forward to your feature, your spotlight days. So they're going to be looking forward to different things, and it will help remind them to show up on a more regular basis if you are showing up on a more consistent and regular and intentional basis in your group, and of course on your other platforms as well. Incorporating theme days also helps give you a better, bigger picture view of what your work blocks will actually look like each and every day. So you can have a more organized, a more bigger picture view, and this helps increase productivity and momentum in your business because you are really sitting down and being intentional and making sure that your plan is filling all of those important buckets in your business and doing so in a way that is meaningful and very well thought out, well planned out. You can learn more about theme blocking and batching in your business in episode 20. And the fourth business life routine that is a total game changer to help reduce work-life anxiety is to make and take regular brain dumps and brain breaks. It's so important throughout your day, especially during your work blocks, to take a short brain break when you hit a focus wall. That's what I like to call it, a focus wall. You'll know when you hit a focus wall because you'll be staring at the screen and you won't be able to get your brain to figure out what to write or what to say or what to do next. Your brain needs a break. You've hit a focus wall. When you hit this focus wall, your brain needs to shift to a task that requires less focus until you can come back to what you were doing and refocus yourself. You don't want to waste time just sitting there trying to get your brain to work when your brain is telling you, hey, I need a break. I need a break here. So instead of just going and doing nothing, what I like to do during my brain breaks is I just like to tidy up around the house or maybe clean some things or do something that is another type of habitual routine, maybe a MomLife routine or a home life routine. Again, so I'm still getting something done. I'm still being productive, but my brain is not really having to think about it, so it can still have a break while getting things done because it's a habitual task. And sometimes being able to shift your brain from one thing to something different for a very short period of time helps you to really refocus and remember what it is that you were doing, get your brain to start working again so that you can finish writing what you were writing, finish doing what you were doing, and not have to sit there staring at the screen trying to get your brain to work and wasting time. Another routine that I find super helpful is to brain dump as needed. So when you are brain dumping, it's basically just getting stuff out of your brain that is important for you to put someplace safe, write down someplace safe so that you can go back and look at it later. But that way you can get it out of your brain so it's not distracting you, all these thoughts swirling in your brain, distracting you from the task at hand, from focusing on the task at hand. So you want to have some sort of a system where you can brain dump your thoughts and ideas as they come to you throughout the day so that you can circle back to it later when you're able and get back to working on your focus block and then know that it's okay. I've got these ideas and things written down so that I can go back and check them out later. They're not just lost in my brain. I've gotten them out. Whether it's a piece of paper, maybe you have a section in your Power Hour binder where you have a spot for brain dumping. Maybe you have a brain dump doc. Maybe you have a brain dump group on Facebook. I actually have a few different ways of brain dumping. Sometimes I have a brain dump on on Facebook. So I have a brain dump group where I post links in there. I'm the only member of this group, of this brain dump group. No one else is in there. Sometimes I'll test out videos. Sometimes I'll write out verbiage on what I want to say before I add it to a system. Sometimes if something comes to me and it's some great verbiage to go along with the post, but I'm not ready to post it yet, I'll go ahead and put it in there so that I can later on copy and paste. I sometimes share articles to that group, but you can also do this in a Trello board. You can create a brain dump Trello board. You can even create a brain dump Trello board with different sections for brain dump, different sections of your business for brain dump, like your systems brain dump, your team brain dump, your personal business brain dump, your virtual events brain dump. So you can have different sections of your brain dump. You could create a Google Doc, whatever works best for you. You just want to have some sort of a system so you can get it out of your brain and you can move on and focus on your task at hand. And lastly, I couldn't end this episode without mentioning one of my foundational business life routine methods, and that is to systemize all the things. So if you don't know what a system is, basically a system is a process where you take a repetitive task and you put it into a process that either simplifies that task so it takes less time, similar to routines. Often there are many routines that are involved in a system, but there are also ways that you can automate systems too. So it really just depends if you can automate the system or make it as automated as possible, then do that. The idea of a system is it helps you simplify repetitive tasks so you're not repeating the same things or doing the same things over and over and over again. It's kind of a way to duplicate yourself without duplicating yourself. So I recommend that you create as many business systems as you can. So, for example, you want to try and work in the creation of at least one new system for your business each quarter. Maybe you're going to work on a team system, okay? Maybe an onboarding system. Maybe you're going to teach your team how to run their virtual events so they don't keep asking you the same questions over and over again. Maybe you're going to have some sort of a training for your team that will teach them how to find leads, etc., etc. Think about the questions you're asked on a regular basis and then systemize it. So you can just simply send them that link to the guide or tag them on the guide in your group or tag them on an album in your group. You want to create follow-up systems. So maybe you have a follow-up binder or maybe you use Trello. You want to have some sort of a system for follow-up. Same thing for prospecting. What is your prospecting system? How are you going to take them from exposed to closed? What are the steps in between? And how can you simplify that so you don't have to constantly reinvent the wheel? You know exactly where to take your prospect step by step through the process so that they can either become a new customer, become a new hostess, or become a new teammate. Then you want to have some content creation systems. You want to think about, what type of content do I need to be creating on a weekly basis? And you want to create some sort of a system to keep track of that content so that you know what content you can repurpose maybe 3 months down the road, and then what content you need to be creating every single month. I also recommend you have some sort of a virtual event system. So whether you use Evernote or whether you use a Trello board or whether you use a guide in your group, you want to have some sort of a system that walks your team and you through the virtual events outline step by step with pictures that you might need or video outlines, all the things that you would need for your virtual event. Try and systemize that. And then again, you want to have a power hour system. So whether you have a power hour binder where you are tracking what you do for each of your power hours, or you can make a Trello board power hour system where you are tracking what you do for each of your power hours. You want to have a way to simplify but also track your power hour system so you can see what areas you're growing in, what areas need a little bit more attention, and what areas you can focus on that maybe you were neglecting the following week. Okay, so your action step homework for today is pick one business life routine and begin to implement it into your business life and post which one you have chose over to our Abundant Mom Life for Network Marketers Facebook community so we can cheer you on. Once you've mastered one of these routines, you can then begin to work on another. Don't overwhelm yourself to the point of giving up by taking on too much too soon. You've got to pace yourself, Mama, and go all in, one routine at a time. And remember to grab your Routine Planner Pack printable download to help make this process even smoother for you. Head over to abundantmomlife.com/routine planner to grab your free download. And before you go, let me leave you with an abundance prayer. Heavenly Father, we thank you for the blessing of our business and the ability to be able to work from home as we grow a healthy family and a healthy business at the same time. Help us to have faith in your timeline, be open to your leading, and trust in your goodness. Give us strength for the journey and help us to find joy in all those big and small precious moments and wins along the way. In Jesus' name we pray, amen.
Thank you for listening to Mommy's show.
Hey Mama, if you found value in today's show, I'd be truly grateful if you take a few moments to hit that follow or subscribe button and leave an Apple Podcast review. You can even share this podcast with your team, because when we work together, we can empower mamas to claim the abundant life they desire and deserve. Come join our Facebook community at Abundant Mom Life for network marketers. Can't wait to get to know you.